Seniac. It is not a place you want to live. Very rural Russian vibes. Me. Living in a rural Russian town. Seniac. Now, who said we are hunting animals? We are hunting Karens. Me. So, Veganville restaurants? Finally, no more Karens. Me. Oh, so you're Seniac. That means you like tunnels, right? Seniac. You just disrespected my entire culture. But yes, Seniac. We are going to build an ore kingdom. Me. Spends half an episode on TikTok trumping exchange. Lol. Watching him build that junction made me want to call the manager. Guys, welcome back to another episode of the Fourth Kingdom here in City Skylines, where yes, we did build the beginnings of our beautiful ore town in the last episode, and the world's greatest. It wasn't really the world's most awkward, most stressful, most unappetizing junction we have ever built so far. But guys, welcome back to another episode. If you are enjoying this series so far, then please make sure you smash that like button down below. If you are new here, make sure you do subscribe so you are notified that next episode does come out. Now, I want to do some more expansion on a little bit of ore town. I want to expand the ore industry a little bit more so it starts to make a little bit more cash money moolah. And I think we are going to implement one final highway from kingdom to kingdom. And then we're going to call it quits, okay? I've got an idea, guys. You're going to have to bear with me on this one. It could be stressful, but at the same time, it could be amazing. We'll just see how it goes. So as always, guys, if you enjoyed this, smash that like button down below. If you're new here, make sure you do subscribe, so notified that the next episode does come out. Whew, it's like reading all the terms and conditions. That was damn. But anyway, we are back, boys. We are back. So this is what we built last episode, where we are kind of going for that rural Russian town vibes. And I do apologize to that person in the comment section who lives in a small rural Russian town. I didn't mean any disrespect, but everybody was thinking it. So yeah, at the minute, it is making no monies. But then again, I literally only built 4 mines. Or what, are they called mines or drills? Yeah, all mines. So we need to kind of ramp it up a bit to kind of, you know, make it a little bit more sweet cash. And I actually guys gave me some name sessions for this brand new ore kingdom. And I think, you know what, it was so freaking obvious. Ore town. Am I right, guys? Was it too obvious? Also, did I put a capital T on Oil Town? And Fish Town? Yeah, I did. I did. So we're going to call the actual industry. We're going to call it Ore Town. If I can get it spelled right. Ore Town Inc. That is what we're going to call it right there. And it's the birth of our brand new kingdom. So, before we do some more work on this, I've started to notice Veganville on the roundabouts now having to have this little bit of traffic flow, even coming up to this one. Because I built these before I kind of, you know, sorted stuff out. Like, it's solely because they're doing a 90-degree turn. So we need to create those little slip roads that connect to it. Like on many of the roundabouts that we've done in the past, like just here. Where else we implemented that in? Like stuff like just here. Did I do it in any Oil Town? Yeah. Okay, there's the perfect kind of example there. Now, I feel like I'm not going to say I'm going to solve this traffic this episode, but I mentioned about potentially setting up another kingdom to kingdom highway. And what I'm thinking about doing right now is turning this trumpet junction here into a 4-way connection. So we have a highway that kind of goes over. So come down to here and bend round and follow this down like how I originally wanted a highway to go. Now, previously, I was going to have it go underground there and then kind of connect to that, which I think I'm still going to do. So I might create a little Y junction, a Y shape. And then we'll make one go underground before it hits the runway. Kind of travel under, pop back up to here, create a roundabout on this junction, and it connects to there. Thus giving Oil Town and the people and the vehicles coming to it a road connection to every one of the other kingdoms, which is exactly what it needs. Thus then hopefully eliminating the huge traffic jam that we do have. Now, there is many ways in which I can kind of fix this and all that kind of jazz. But in my head, I feel like it's kind of completely taken away the whole point of this series. I feel like all of a sudden now I am just solving traffic for days when I really want to focus on building these beautiful kingdoms. So I think I was going to call it quits and just get a road connection and let it, what will be, will be. But I'm still keeping despawn mode turned off anyway. So before we go down that road, we're going to get some more and more of this stuff all set up within this ore industry. So we've got some storage. We don't really have any production buildings. Now, this area is semi-flat before it does drop down. So I'm going to try and get a couple of production buildings thrown in. And I think I'm going to go for this point here. It's not perfect, but hopefully I can squeeze a few buildings in. So if I kind of go from here. Like I said, it's not perfect, but it should do exactly what I need it to do. I feel like the whole of this area is not perfect. But that's what makes it so special. So special. Now, fiberglass plant versus the kiln. Oh my goodness me. I didn't realize how... Oh man. I didn't realize how big the kiln actually was. So if I delete that and push that road a bit further down. So if I squeeze one kiln in there. And if I do a 4 gap. Or 3... No, we do a 4 gap. Another kiln in just there. And it does drop down quite a bit, doesn't it? So why don't I raise it up a bit, raise you up a bit. Just bump up that road slightly, just to kind of, you know, go with the edges and the ridge a bit more. Smooth it off slightly. It's never going to be perfect. But just smooth it off a bit there. And we have 2 big, beautiful kilns now thrown in. Right, get the power connected just up to here for now, which is pretty much all good. And does it have water? Well, one of them has water. So go to there. So 2 big kilns to begin with. That still says it's got no power, but yeah, it should have power. Which should now start producing metals. Won't be a lot. But it's something. We can start producing it. We're creating like 40... Well, we've exported 48 tons recently, so we can put that into some metals right now. And kind of see how that ticks along. That's doing pretty good right now. Not too much being thrown on the edge of this. And all that kind of jazz. So we'll sort these roundabouts out momentarily. I'm going to take a look at getting in that beautiful highway all the way across. I'm so annoyed. Can you tell I'm so annoyed that I've got to do this? So, Sediac, let's get back to business. So, we get the highway. Parallel roads. And if I can remember this correctly, is that how it does it? Yes. Wonderful. So, keeping with that, what I'm going to do is, for now, we'll just create the bend. So if I bring it underground by 30, because then it goes underground a whole lot earlier. And eventually I will create a little Y connection here so we can go in that direction too. But by making it go underground so early... Why are we not... Do I have to anarchy this to make it connect all the way over? Probably. Where's the snap? The snap is just here. What happened there? What is going on? Is it because I'm not in tunnel mode? Sometimes, right, the game amazes me. And then sometimes the game legit amazes me. And this is one of those moments, like, what are you doing, game? What are you doing right now? Right, where was I? So it snaps to here, which I'll slowly start to bring up. So I'll bring up to 15 at this point. And then I want it to kind of connect into here somehow. So if I come back up to normal, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to stick the roundabout on from the get-go. So 2-lane highway by 60. There we go. Bam. Okay, I'll sort the rest of it out soon. There we go. So parallel road. Right. Oh no, it's all over the place right now. So it's down by -6, is why it's throwing me off. So if I get... Let me move this over here. So if I get this now... Come into there, and then make that go down by 15. Boom. What is it doing? Like, seriously, what are you doing, game? Is it because I gotta go into tunnel mode? Is that what you want me to do? Game? Like, how can I go to tunnel mode if, like, you know... And how am I now still in tunnel mode? There we go. This is... You're slowly watching your boy lose his mind. So, into tunnel mode, as we make it go down. But of course, I need to make it do that grand turn. So if I try and... set this up to a point where it could work. Oh my goodness me. Is this the game? Is this the episode where I finally lose my mind? It's the episode where I finally lose my mind, isn't it? Obviously, there's little sections that I've got to sort out because connecting it doesn't really work out that well. But I think I'm going to finally lose my mind. It's finally happening. Rip Seniac's head. Right, okay, let's get this all sorted then. There. To there. Right, over here. To there. To there. Yep, you are still a tunnel. Can you see that underneath? Yeah, you can. I thought I'd kind of get rid of all of that. I don't know. Guys, I just don't know, okay? I don't know what this road is doing anymore. Please. Please. Think of the children. Right, there we go. Like I said, I don't know what it's doing. Please don't question me. Not even I know. Not even I know right now. I don't know what is going on. So I don't want trees. Let me just select that little section there, just so I can kind of make it go down. That's a little bit better. Now, granted, you can kind of see the whole thing going through here. So if I go into tunnel mode, if I then select all of it, and then align it to the object height of you, which might have caused a tsunami. Oh, wait. It didn't do it. Well, let me try that again. Aha, there we go. That's better. Oh, man, I'm triggered. I'm triggered. Right. 8 by 7. It is what it is. Oh, God. Let's get this going. I think that whole road is now completely thrown off my mojo. It is now completely thrown off my whole mojo right now. I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't even know what I'm doing. So I know the majority of the traffic is going to come from this way, this route. So what we'll do, we'll delete you and you. That's a 16. So we'll come up by a 6. I'm using the wrong type of road. And then we throw that into this system. La-di-da-di-da. I mean, I really should do it to all of them. Is what I should be doing, right? I really should be doing it to all. So that's an 8 by 8. So if I do a 3 by 3. So I can then go a bam. And a wabam. There we go. And then that to there is a 17. So if I do a 7, because I'm trying to get it as close to a 10 by 10 as possible. Now this one is not going to like what I've done too much. Well, we flatten that. There we go. As good as it can be. And if I can remember how to do this, because I legit forgot already, okay, guys? I forgot already how to do this. Bam. Is it done? No, so if I go... No. No. I forget how to do it. Is it just in case I select this and then go... Oh, is it done? I think with me, all that clicking I just did, I think I've automatically set it up, haven't I? I think so. Guys, I think I did it. I don't know what I did, but I did it. Anyway, that should now allow us to continue. Hopefully we don't have any issues. Like I said, you never know. You ultimately just never know. So that goes up to there then. I've just now got to get this connected to here. Is pretty much what I've got to do. So I'm going to actually kind of smoothen off this area here. So we can kind of work a little bit more freely with what we're doing over here. So I'm just going to bring this around and connect directly up to there. So with the parallel roads, I'm going to try... Well, I say I'm going to try my best. I don't really need to try that much, to be honest with you, because it's going to be quite easy. Alright, bam. Get rid of you. Connected, connected. Too easy, mate. Too easy. Right, now I'm going to turn this trumpet junction into a four-way junction is what I've now got to do. So how am I going to do this? What is going to be my go-to? Let's figure this one out. So I'm going to delete everything. I'm deleting it all. To there, to there, to there. Delete it all, mate. So, what we'll do is we'll now set it up to where I'll have that way and that way be the straight over. Nah, I'm not feeling that. I know it's slightly off-centered. So we'll have that one be the obviously the straight over part of it all. And then we're going to have obviously going straight across and all that good stuff. But we kind of need to do it in stages. Is pretty much what we kind of need to do. So I'm not going to use a junction, but there's many ways in which we can look at it. We've got like the standard cloverleaf, which I don't want to go for that. We have this, which is a bit more funkier. That's way too complex. We also have this kind of system, but again, that actually is not a bad shout to get something like this in. So if I built it here, right, just so we can kind of like reference it. And the reason why this is kind of okay, but it's not okay. Actually, it's not okay. If you wanted to come off here to go that. Okay, right, scrap that idea. This was a bad idea. It looked good until I realised what exactly is possessed within it. Well, let's just keep it standard, and we'll just simply build our own. So. Right, so we've got the straight road there. We're going to have the straight road that comes across. So I think that's what we kind of need to focus on first before we continue the build. So to go straight across and ahead, I will eventually drop the roads down to to like individual lanes and stuff like that. Right, if I do a 10 by 10. I know they're not exactly perfectly positioned. But if I do this, flip you round, and then we'll slightly reposition. Actually, you know what? It's all because there's a wider gap here than what we've been doing in the other ones. I'm well aware of that. And then we'll bring this down. And then we'll merge them up to how they should be over on this side. Right, there we go. So, the bare minimum thrown in for these. They need to go that way. There we go. So, first things first then. We have the ability to... If you think about it coming from this way, we need to make them go that way and that way. That one needs to go over this way and that way. So this is where we kind of have to then minimize the lanes and also kind of bulk them up too. So each one going through right now is actually going to be a singular lane. So we drop each one now down here to a singular lane. Like that, and that's where we kind of then build off it. So we'll make first each one that can do this turn here, the lower lane version. So if I pick a 2, a 2, let me flip that one round. A 2 going that way, 2 going that way, 2, 2. Where do I do it here? Because it's a little bit slightly off-putting. There. There. Even though that one's not perfect. The whole junction's not a perfect junction. But we should be able to make it slightly perfect anyway. So the whole reason being right now is then I can create these little bends. And then we'll set up the management pretty soon. So that goes like that. And then we just connect these in. Which for these, it happens a whole lot further down the road. I didn't realize that. So it took me a while to figure out what my angle was. And where I was taking this complete junction. It took way longer than I expected it to, but we've kind of figured out a nice little route on the go right now. We've got a nice little route on the go, which I'm hoping this is going to work wonders for us. It's kind of longer and shorter in some areas, which hopefully is what is going to kind of create this beautiful little feature, if that's what you want to call it. Hopefully it does. It could not at the same time. It could not. But we've now got this big interchange that goes in multiple directions. We've got a sunken little bit in the middle. It all passes over and kind of goes around to where it needs to get to. Because I don't know whether I'm expecting there to be a lot of demand on this junction. I feel like I'm expecting it. But I don't know if that is necessary, this kind of junction I've got right now. But I feel like it's pretty cool. It's not something that I've built in the past before. Not to this extent. So we're going to have... It's a custom job, so we're going to have to make this now actually fit. Because it wasn't built to be in its place. It was not built to be here. So this is where I have to then make... Or try and at least make it fit anyway. So let me see if I can kind of now select all of this. And we're now going to reposition it to go here, which it should go fairly well. I mean, it might require me to delete let's say this little corner there. I don't know why I'm deleting them houses. They could have stayed. But just deleting that bit there. Just so maybe I can bulk it up a bit, push it a little bit more forward. Kind of get more of a diagonal spin on it. Yeah, there's definitely more room for a little bit more of a diagonal spin. Right, we'll go with that, and we'll make everything kind of fit towards it. We'll make everything fit towards it. But it's pretty cool, because if you kind of like look at the concept of it... Oh.
I couldn't hear what you said.
Leave me alone, Siri. This is not the time for fun and games with you right now. So the left and right is a little bit longer than the up and down, the north and south. But if you're coming down on this road here, which I will eventually kind of split... I know it's a 3-laner. But if you're going straight on, you go straight on. If you're going left, you go over that way. If you're going right, you go in that way. And it all works the same. The middle bit is sunken down, so I don't have to elevate it too high into the sky. We're kind of maximising what we can. It's a beautiful little junction. It really is. Now, granted, I'm doing 2s into 3. The lame mathematics is not strong with this one. But it should still work out none the least. It should still work out. Worst case scenario, I'll have to upgrade the whole highway network to 3. But that option is there if I need to run with it anyway. The option is there. So let's start with this one first. And like I said, this is tough. Like I said, the option there is to run it into a 3-laner. But I think we shall just keep it to a 4-lane? No. Right, I'll go 3-lane solely because we need to stagger this connection. So if I do a 10 by 1, I'm looking at the angles of how it all kind of connects. If I then do a 5 by a 2, but flip it this way, and then have you connect, have you connect. So they merge into the 2 there. And then from that 2, I have a 3. But how far do I want the 3? Or do I even want to merge it in to a 3 is the question. That is the question. Do I merge it into a 3? Yeah, I'll merge into a 3 on the basis that maybe eventually we can hook up and change our whole highway system to becoming a 3-lane highway going all the way around. So by that 10 point there, that becomes a 5 by 7. I'll take it to that point. So I can run this up as a complete 2. And then that kind of finally fits the puzzle as being our 3. So that's how it all kind of intertwines and merges. And granted, it does then merge back into a 3-lane there, but you get the gist of it. You kind of just completely 100% get the gist of how this now works. So if I did the same thing again, so leading from here just for a minute to a 2. So that goes out to there, that goes out to there, but the whole of this inside is that. And then I've got to try, because again, like I said, this is a complete and utter custom job. The highway was not built to be 3-lane on this side. It was never built to be like this. To be honest with you, I don't even know if I need that type of demand, so what if I just kept it to that? I know it's not perfect. And bring that to there. And so that becomes a 5. If I can bend it. Come on, boy. Like that. And is it possible to run that so close by? It could work, it could not. You never know. You just legit never know. So it's way overcomplicated, way too populated, way too big than I officially need it. But there is room for expansions down the road if we go down the road, is what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. It's not perfect, but there's room to kind of switch it all up. What have I created? Right, I'm going to finish off the other 3, and we'll see where we're at. In what has felt like the most stressful episode yet with me building this freaking junction. I will say this right now. I regret everything. I don't know why I built it this big. You can question me to why I built it, and my answer would be I have no freaking idea. But trust me, guys. Like, it's going to work. It's going to be great. I don't know why I built this. And I regret everything. I've broken everything right now. There's little bits and bobs I still need to sort out. Holy moly. Why am I underground? There we go. I still got to elevate some areas into oh, that should have been a 2-lane and all that kind of jazz. Oh no. Oh no. What has he done? What has he done right now? Not even I know, but you kind of get the idea, right, guys? You get the idea? Please tell me you get the idea with what I've done. At some point, we'll upgrade the highway to a 3-lane highway. But it works wonders. I say that. I haven't even pressed play yet. There we go. It should work wonders. But we now have this ability to get the vehicles connected into all different types of ways. Lanes. All that kind of stuff. That will allow the vehicles to flow through a whole lot easier. There's stuff I still need to do, like maybe sloping these a little bit better. Let's get it perfect. It's not going to be perfect just because the nature of how this pretty much all works at the moment. If I can get this to be on the ground floor level, maybe. Nah, because of how the earth is currently being shattered into oblivions. Maybe oh! Undo that, Seniac. Maybe I just smooth it where I can. Just take the slight edge off. But it is what it is at the end of the day. It is what it is. We're going to have these sharp edges. But why is this so high and this one so low? I don't quite get it. I feel like I could be doing something here to make it a little bit better. You! Be the same height as you. There we go. That's all I needed to do, isn't it? I think that's legit all I needed to do. But yeah, there we go. You get the gist of things. So no matter what way you go in, you can split up and go to where you need to get to. The only thing I haven't done is the lane management and told them this is how things work. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Even though they all merge into wrong lanes and stuff. The options there for them. I ain't going to mess about. It is what it is. I don't know whether I should be doing this, filtering it like this, but it's there for at some point when we want to turn all of our whole highway system around the Fool's Kingdom into a 3-lane highway system. The ability and the option is there for us to be able to do so. It's there for us because this junction will be the start of it all. So everyone's able to go to where they need to get to. This makes it so much more free-flowing. This is so much more ugly than I expected, but it's because it's this bit as well. Why is this so... I mean, I don't know. Don't ask me, guys. Please, do not ask me. Oh, my goodness me. Not even I know. Not even I know right now what I'm doing. And if I don't know what I'm doing, then there's no hope for any of us. There's no hope for any of us. So ultimately then, we're waiting for now vehicles to take this route. That is what we're waiting for the most. It might take some time because, you know, the roundabout situation. But if I fast forward, and we're just going to hope and pray one vehicle uses it, That's when we know we are rocking and rolling and hopefully getting things started. So what I'll do, we'll go back to Veganville and we'll get the roundabouts over there kind of sorted out. But look at the levels that we've got. The levels are beautiful on this whole interchange. I like it so much. Honestly, guys, this is the most stressful episode I've ever done on City Skylines. I don't know why, but I feel like I'm so freaking triggered. I've triggered myself. Right, pause. Actually, before I pause, there is stuff set up on this roundabout. It's just the sheer fact that they're doing that 90-degree turn. So if I deleted this, and I just done like very, very quickly, very, very simple. This system, if I bring you in, bend you like that, and got in the lane management just there. If I allowed them to kind of flow over. If I can remember how to figure this roundabout out, which is now pretty much done right. Yeah. And just go into play mode right now. So just by doing, for example, that bit there where the current traffic jam is, granted they are still going into 90-degree turns as they turn off the roundabout in the other areas. But look at how much we're now able to get the traffic to flow on. Why are they stopping there? Why are these guys giving way to them? But yeah, you kind of see now how this is now starting to move a whole lot quicker. But we need to implement this kind of system on all of it. So again, if I delete you and we go, hold on. We go wabam, wabam, flip you around. And if I deleted you, and we go wabam. Oh, I've carried that one to the bridge above. Sandiac. Wabam. And this one will kind of well, we'll try and do as much as we can to make it a bit smooth. That's fine. Just quickly sort out this system with the lanes, and bam. Are we all good? Yeah. Play mode. So that sorts out that whole section there, which that will now continuously flow around in both sides. No longer got 90-degree roads. It's more of a gradual kind of sloped slip road for them to join on and off and change their speed limits. Which again should hopefully clear the traffic a bit more, which this should now start moving a whole lot more as well, which is good for us. You already start to see it's now clearing. We have the same issue just there. And is that backlogging all the way to over here? It's actually not backlogging over to here, but that's something that could potentially backlog to there at some point. So if I delete you, and delete you, we know what we're doing now at this point. So I go bam, 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 bam. But flip those around real quick. Bring that in. So I can create that as a more of an indentation. Just set out the lanes real quick. Bam. Bam. And boom. There we go. So play mode on that. So we should start to get the vehicles in here flowing through a little bit more quicker. Just wait for these guys here to kind of sort out their lanes. Oh, that's another point as well. That's something else I always forget. Is enabling these guys to flow through on this, because sometimes they have the tendency to slow down, which kind of gets a little bit annoying. But I gotta give it a minute or two right now for these guys to kind of update their routes and figure out how things now work. Flow through there. Flow through there. So the traffic jam coming down here is pretty much now gone, just by not having the 90-degree turns on the roundabout. This, once they figured out how things work, so what I could do to kind of make them sort out their lanes a whole lot sooner is if I say, you know, you can't switch lanes there. They kind of sort out their lanes before they approach this area, which filters traffic through a whole lot smoother, a whole lot quicker. And give it a bit of time, and then we should be back to normal, good to go. But that kind of, I wouldn't say solves the issue, but kind of eases the whole problem that we're having from the start. Now, how long is it going to be until I start seeing vehicles coming through here? I have got all this connected, right? Because knowing my luck, there is something that I've missed. So vehicles come down. It's all connected, all connected, all connected. To there, still all connected, all up to here, all connected. It is all connected. So it might be one of those things where, because I've done some mad stuff, I might have to kind of save the game and then reload it for them to understand and realize that route is now potentially possible. So give me a second, guys. We'll come back, and hopefully they understand that this tunnel then exists. So after a few minutes later, a couple of sacrifices to the devil, and we're now able to get vehicles going through the highway. So that now might take the edge off all of this. I'm hoping it will. Well, it should do, because they can now drive the goods to wherever they need to get to across the big transatlantic tunnel that we've got created. Vehicles are now coming the opposite way as well, which shows me that it is working. So the only question would be now then is, what consequences is that going to cause further down the road? Will all the vehicles then head over to these two? I don't know. Will they all push themselves and try and get through to this tunnel, cause a lot of issues over here? Again, I do not know. I'm not 100% sure. The backlog in vehicles over here right now, I did check it. It was up to here. But now it's just down to this little section. So all those vehicles are slowly passing and moving through. That backlog for those Veganville Junction is then pretty much good to go. I can see it weirdly. I can see the tunnel here. So I think that's the only bit that I didn't sink down any further. Make sure that goes down a little bit further right now. We can't see it. There we go. Bit funky, bit funky. But yeah, I'm hoping this whole junction then does what it needs to do. Way more than I needed it to do. So much more excessive than normal. Where are you now heading? Your owner going in what route? You're going there to go back. Are you okay? Did you... Have these vehicles made a wrong... Oh, I think these vehicles might have made a wrong turn. Ah. They may have made a wrong turn, some of these vehicles, like they're already stuck on that dedicated route. And now they're kind of heading back. Which is wait, that one's not heading back, is it? No. That one is actually going somewhere. So I think those are the initial vehicles that just got caught going in the wrong direction. That's what I'm hoping. I haven't got any, like, stuck lane management on this, have I? Like, if I mean, that's not the way to set it up. But if I do this, I know this is completely not the way to set it up. But I'm just kind of curious to see. Look at the amount of hearses we have here. Is this why we've been having such a freaking death wave? All my hearses have been stuck in traffic in other places? It could be. Interesting, to say the least. Now, where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? So I just want to see if any of these vehicles are coming back. Like, back on themselves, or is all that traffic that was coming back on themselves actually got caught going in the wrong direction? Because maybe they just so happened to be in the wrong lane. Yeah, I feel like all those vehicles just got caught up in the wrong lane. So I think we're going to be okay. I legit think we're going to be okay. This will take a complete lifetime to sort out, because there's going to be so many vehicles backlogged for days right now. But hopefully this transatlantic tunnel right now is the start of a brand new friendship between the Fool's Kingdom and Oiltown and other parties. We've extended and expanded this to one of the greatest junctions I've ever possibly created, one of the most frustrating junctions I've ever created, and one of the most overly kind of engineered junction I've ever created. I mean, then again, seeing how many vehicles use it right now just kind of goes to show that maybe it was a good idea. But damn, boy. It's too big. It's too big. And it'll be interesting to see how it kind of keeps up with itself as time does go on, as time does pass through. Oiltown Inc. making profit finally, which is good to see, but we still need to do some more expansions over on that. The backlog over here is now slowly starting to push back, so that could be that there's just potentially more and more vehicles coming through. And if it is that they've got more demand to come through here and go round and roundabout and continue on, then maybe that's when we start to look at doing a dedicated flyover road for that roundabout. Because if that's what they need, then that is exactly what they need. But at the moment, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. I just want to continue to see how this ticks along. And I want to see, as time passes on, how this whole scenario around here changes. I'm seeing more movement here and on this road. So is that kind of showing us that potentially, I need to do a slip roads there, potentially things are looking up for us? Interesting. Very interesting, boys. I'm not liking how they're going down here to then cut through and cross over that way. Alright, if I do that, at least then they'll get into their correct lanes and filter more traffic out. So some lanes I need to bulk up, but again, I won't do anything until all this traffic is pretty much cleared, because this is just the initial waiting for the backlog to move. We no longer have the traffic jams within Oiltown Corp. They're long gone and we're now back to making money. So that's solved that issue straight away. It's then just waiting for this to kind of slowly kind of filter itself out. But the fact that I keep seeing movement out here at that moment ago, and the fact that it kind of does sometimes move in stages, shows us that we're hopefully going in the right direction. Hopefully going in the right direction. We just never know. But what I do know is we've been hemorrhaging money for quite some time. So we got to kind of get back on track to making a profit. So fingers crossed, guys, is the last episode that I stress about traffic and infrastructure, and we can focus on what the whole series is about, is to create a bunch of kingdoms that all hate each other. And on that note, guys, we're going to end it for here. Who did enjoy this episode? If you did, smash a like button down below. And until next time, I'll see you all soon. So, goodbye.